Can anything good come out of Nazareth? What do you think about Nathanael's famous or maybe infamous question? Well, it definitely tells us about him. He was honest, open, he spoke his mind. But did he allow his personal objection to really become a roadblock spiritually for him? Well, in the following video, see what Nathanael did and what quality did Jesus see in him that we can all imitate.
Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and said about him,
"See, truly, an Israelite in whom there is no deceit."
How do you know me?
Before Philip called you, while you were under the fig tree, I saw you.
Rabbi, you are the Son of God. You are King of Israel.
Do you believe because I told you I saw you under the fig tree? You will see things greater than these.
So did you see a roadblock? Quite the opposite. We saw Nathanael literally running to meet this man from Nazareth, didn't we? Well, why? Because like the others in the symposium, he loved pure worship. He didn't allow his own personal objections or feelings to prevent possible spiritual progress. His love drove him forward. What was the result? He found the Messiah. And what did Jesus see? Well, we saw it, but let's read it in John chapter 1, verse 47. Let's read that verse together. John chapter 1, verse 47. Jesus saw Nathanael coming toward him and said about him, "See, truly an Israelite in whom there is no deceit." So Jesus read Nathanael's heart and saw the beautiful quality of honesty. There was no deceit. Now, this is the only conversation that we have recorded in the Bible with Nathanael. Why did Jehovah have these words preserved for us? So we can imitate him. So we ask ourselves, as Jesus reads my heart, does he see that I'm without deceit? Well, what does this mean? We know that we must be honest with others. We don't lie or deceive them. We know that. But was Jesus just talking about Nathanael not deceiving others? Notice an expanded meaning of the word deceit found in 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Let's turn there. 1 Peter 2, verse 1, and see another meaning of deceit. There it says, "So rid yourselves of all badness and deceit and hypocrisy and envy and all backbiting." So did you see how this verse connects deceit with hypocrisy? So yes, we're honest with others, but to not be hypocritical means we're also honest with ourselves. We avoid a form of personal deceit, not deceiving or fooling ourselves. Well, how do we do this? How do we avoid deceiving or fooling ourselves, not being hypocritical? Well, think of it this way. I'm sure you all looked into the mirror this morning before you came here, and as I scan the room, I see, yes, you all look good. You did well. But did you spend more time in the mirror today than you wish you needed to? Wouldn't it be wonderful to just jump out of bed and look great? This doesn't just happen. So this morning, you examined your face, your hair, your clothes to make sure you look your best on the outside. How do we look our best on the inside? We use a different mirror. And this mirror is described for us in the Remain in God's Word book on page 188. And it says this, and I quote, "When we read the Bible, we can see who we are on the inside. The Bible can help us to know both our strengths and our weaknesses. We learn what changes we need to make in the way we think, act, and speak. If we tell ourselves that we do not have any flaws, then we cannot make the needed improvements. So we need to use the Bible to look at ourselves honestly," end quote. See the point? To be honest, we can't fool ourselves into thinking that we don't have any flaws. So we examine ourselves on the inside using the mirror of God's Word. Then we can see our flaws and our weaknesses. With that honest evaluation, we can now move forward to make the needed changes. Isn't that why we look in the mirror? If our hair is out of place, something's on our face, do we just walk away? No, we fix it. The same thing's true of our attitude or qualities out of place, out of harmony with Jehovah's thinking. We fix it. We do this by going to Jehovah in prayer and begging him for the power and the desire to act to change. And don't we sometimes ask our mate or someone else to look us over, especially something maybe behind us? So don't we often need the help of someone else to assist us to see where we might need to change? Maybe something we can't see in ourselves. Yes, and that help is a good thing. But why? Why do we do this? Because we love pure worship, not hypocritical worship. And because we're imperfect, we need help to make these changes. Like Nathanael, as we run to Jesus, we want him to see in us that we are without deceit in our heart. Now, in this excellent symposium, we discuss 7 men who accepted Jesus and loved pure worship. John the Baptist was self-sacrificing and firm for what's right. Andrew didn't procrastinate. Peter showed complete devotion and persevered despite weaknesses. John demonstrated faith and changed his personality. James showed fiery zeal. Philip showed commitment, and Nathanael overcame his personal objections and was without deceit. Now, in these men, did you see maybe a quality that you could work on? Likely. But did you also see something strong in yourself that you actually can be proud of because of a strength that you have? Well, in both cases, let's examine and let's imitate these fine examples. Why? Because we're imperfect, but we love our exemplar Jesus and we love pure worship. And eventually, with this love, we will jump out of bed and look perfect inside and out.